You know, I mentioned in one segment about Jerry Jampolsky and his book, Love is Letting Go of Fear. I use it with every cancer patient. I use it with myself when I'm dealing with cancer or pain, which I try to call discomfort, but I guess it's pain. I remember doing a delivery, and I was teaching hypnosis for obstetrics and using the word, telling all the patients, we use the word discomfort. And I remember delivering this lady, and she said, Dr. Brenner, for you it's discomfort, for me it's fucking pain. And I love it. So you got to call it what it is. But fear, let's deal with fear. Fear is a killer. We fear difference. We fear whatever is unfamiliar. Simply that. That's fear. The unfamiliar, the uncertainty. People don't realize uncertainty is multipotentiality. That's what it really means. So that's where success really comes from, that potential. But anyway, the fear of death. I'd like to talk about death. And since no one knows what death is, I could tell you what I think, because I'm as good as anyone else, I guess. I sat with a number of people over the years who died, starting with my residency program and my fellowship, primarily, and my own patients who died, and those other patients who were not mine that I sat with. And what happens when you're with someone who dies, there is something that leaves. There's no question. There's a certain something almost like comes out of the body. It's, you know, when the person's dead, you could feel it in the room without even seeing that moment. There's a sudden loss. And a friend of mine, Lee Rice, worded so well. He said, in death there is a tear in the fabric of life. I'll never forget that, the tear in the fabric of life. And it's almost as if something comes out. It's an energy. And I've been thinking about that, and I remember I took pre-med, I took inorganic chemistry, and we would put something in a test tube, put it over a Bunsen burner, and whatever was left after we fried everything, we said was zinc or iron or some inorganic substance. I'm not so sure. I think the essence that we burned off was truly the essence of what we named. And I have a sense we all go through life. Life is a Bunsen burner. It consumes us. It eats us. It eats us alive. And in death, what leaves is the essence, the best of what we learned in this exquisite journey of life. And I've sat with young children, 8, 10, 12 years old. They knew they were going to die, and for some reason, they handled it even better than adults. They didn't have as much baggage. They were wise. They were wise beyond their wildest dreams. And what is released in death, as I said, is the essence of who we are. And I have a sense that essence is what we call God. I see it as the collective consciousness. What's released is consciousness, what people gleaned in their own life about reality, what it's all about. And sometimes I think we're the Walking Dead. I'm amazed now how many movies are horror movies, or the Walking Dead series, or it's just overwhelming. I think we're recognizing who we are at another level, and it's coming through our unconscious. So what is this energy that surrounds us? This is the way I look at it. I believe this energy that surrounds us is all-knowing and omnipresent, but it's powerless. And we are ignorant, isolated, and powerful. It's like a biofeedback system between the hypothalamus and the endocrine system. You know, it's like this, oh, you need more, we'll stimulate you. Oh, you're at the right level, we'll pull back. And it's like this thing that has all-knowing, omnipresent, but we're ignorant, isolated. And if we could give up a little of our power, a little of our ego, we become more omnipresent, more knowing, more wise. But there's a hook in it, because when you get more wisdom, you think you're more powerful. It's a game of life, of letting go of that I, because the I, the ego, is as much a myth as the mind. And I'm saying it's time for us to wake up to the beauty of what's within us and what surrounds us.